Hey friends, Kristie with Kristie's Connections. We are going to talk about tons in this video. First, there is some confusion we need to clear up. Yep, I caused it. Didn't mean to, but I did. We'll chat about that. We also have a couple really huge glitches. It is late in the day. I'm sorry. I am spending time with my daughter and all my grandbabies for Mother's Day, so I apologize about that. Let's get right into this. Tons of information from start to end, no fluff. Highly, highly, highly recommend you watch this one all the way through. Let's get started with all this information I have to give you, and it is a lot. Okay, as I said, I needed to clear up some confusion, and yes, it's confusion that I caused. Real briefly, huge apology, gang. Myself, the team, we have literally been busting our butts for about 2 weeks for this clearance event. And I think quite honestly what happened is we were just simply exhausted. And unfortunately, there were some errors made in the video that I put out yesterday, causing some confusion. But making that confusion even larger, there are some creators, not being mean, just speaking the truth. There's a creator that likes to regurgitate everything in my videos, and unfortunately, I guess that works for her when she's regurgitating things that are good information, which most of my videos are. As I said, I did make numerous mistakes in yesterday's video, and unfortunately, that information also got regurgitated and is now being spread. So, my apologies that I initially made the mistake to begin with, and now that it is being spread by another creator, we just need to clear that up. So let's get started with the dog food glitch. I did misinform you very unintentionally. Let's chat about it. Okay, real quickly, because we're going to go everything kind of quick in this video. What the deal was, it is on these particular two flavors of the Caesar dog food wet trays. So these are during the clearance event. So this is only going to apply to tonight and tomorrow during the clearance event. If you buy 3 of these, they are on sale, buy 2, get 1 free. And the system is actually glitching because it's reimbursing the full price, not the clearance event price, on that free one. So here is where I messed up. Again, friends, I'm very sorry. This definitely was not intentional, but where I messed up, one of the mods did this deal very early when the store first opened yesterday morning, realized it was glitching. She had contacted me. I did not realize, though she had told me she was at a 70% off store. Honestly, in my sleep-deprived state of mind, I completely somehow forgot that fact and misinformed you. Again, hugely, I do apologize. But if you do find a 70% off store and find 3 of these dog food, you can mix and match. And she was at a new system store. So at her store, 70% off made these 54 cents each. You grab 3 of them, that's $162. At the new system and self-checkouts, they are coming off an extra $1.80 instead of the 54 cents. It's taken the full price of $180 coming off, and that is going to drop them down to 1 cent a piece. So it actually does make them a penny a piece. So I apologize. That's where I messed up in yesterday's video. Now, if you were to do this at a 50% off store, I did do this today in store, and as you can see, when you ring them up, they're going to come up to $89. If you hit that pay now button, it drops them down to 90 cents plus tax for 3 of them. So that is a really good deal. Not the deal that I told you yesterday. My apologies. At a 70% off store, these are going to be 3 cents. At a 50% off clearance event store, these are going to be 90 cents for 3. Make sure you buy them in multiples of 3, and you can do more than 3. You can do 3, 6, 9, 12, etc. All right, now let's chat real quickly about the purple Clover items. There's a lot of confusion with this, and again, I started it, and then again, it got reshared. So let me clear this up for you. I've gotten my sleep, so I'm on my game now. Sorry I wasn't yesterday. The $1 purple Clover items. Those are the ones, I'm going to show you visuals in just a second. Those are not part of this clearance event. They never have been. They have, however, started their clearance cycle. We had a bunch of things start clearance cycle yesterday, being Friday. If you missed the Penniless video, go check it out, because we had some surprise clearance cycle items that started yesterday. So these items are in fact 50% off. However, it's not like an additional 50 type thing. They are strictly 50% off because they are not included in the clearance event. They merely have started their clearance cycle. Okay, so what is included in the clearance event is going to be that purple Clover Home S22 items. These are 25% off, and they are an additional 50% off of that price. So the items you are looking for, like I told you in yesterday's video, is the Safari Home and the Shades of Gray. If you remember correctly, I put out a visual video as well as a web page for these. However, please be careful, because as I told you in the video yesterday, the price tags on these items are going to look just like this. If it has at the bottom, underneath the 5, that grayed out bar, those should be included. If it has the white bar underneath, it most likely is not included. Now this instruction, that little tip did not come from Dollar General. That came from the KC Dream Team, and it came from us scanning tons and tons and tons of UPCs, staying up through the night to check them for you. So this did not come from Dollar General. It came from us. So what that means is we cannot say for sure that that applies to every single item, because we don't have the tags for every single item in the store. So be sure you scan, be sure you check, but that might be an easier way to kind of identify what is included and what is not. What you're seeing scrolling on your screen right now are actual visuals from my webpage, kristiesconnections.com. So if you're looking for more visuals for these items, head on over to my webpage, hit the 2 dashes in the upper right-hand corner, go to Dollar General Visuals, then look for Safari or Shades of Gray. Okay, gang, now let's clear up Fetch Rewards confusion. Gang, I am really sorry, because I don't think I've ever messed up so much in a video as I have this video. And again, all these mistakes got shared by other people. So I hate that I have caused some confusion in the community. So let's talk about the Fetch Reward Rebate glitchy type thing that is in fact happening, but I need to further explain it to you. I actually learned something through you guys saying, no, it didn't work for me. I hate that it didn't, and I'm so sorry. We have looked into it, and there is an explanation for why for some of you this did not work. So let's chat about that very quickly. Okay, so if you can see on the screen right now what this is an old system receipt that I did of the Glad trash bags. If you can see, it clearly says $267 on an old system receipt right there. It's pretty regular right on that top line. And over on Fetch Rewards, when the Fetch Rewards little Autobot person, it looked for the price, it did in fact reflect the $267 price, which is the clearance event pricing. So on that old system receipt, the little Fetch bot picked up $267 instead of the full price, the pre-clearance event price. Okay, so now let's have a look at a new system receipt. Again, my receipt did this just to try to figure it out. See the word promotion, that tells you got a new system store, by the way. So if you look on here, the way this shows up on the receipt, it actually shows the $535 price and then the promoted price underneath. And clearly our little friend FetchBot actually picked that up as thinking the price was $535. So what is making the difference is the appearance in those receipts. And I promise you that is why some of you this worked, some of you it didn't work. We did not know this, and in fact, thank you. I'm sorry it didn't work, but you definitely have helped teach us something so that we could explore it more and then share it with you guys in the future. We will know. So the moral of that story is you will only get the pre-clearance event price credit for those threshold things on Fetch if you are at a self-checkout or a new system store. Now let's move on to this glitch. And again, I know it's late in the day, gang. I'm sorry. Again, I do have my family here, and sometimes I try to balance that whole family work thing, but still plenty of time to get to the store. Hopefully you hit the stores yesterday and you got plenty of those paper 5 off 25s, because that's what we're about to talk about. This one's pretty exciting. And this too is verified. I spent literally a couple hours in store just verifying all this to make absolutely certain I wasn't putting out more misinformation, because yesterday That was kind of horrible for me. So this is verified, and this will only work. There's no doubt in my mind. This is not going to work on an old system. This is only going to work on self-checkout and new systems. We're going to talk about what it is and how to do it. Please pay attention to this part. Okay, first up, you will need a paper 5 off 25. This is very important. To do this deal, you're going to need a paper 5 off 25 if you're doing this at a self-checkout. When you get to self-checkout and you hit the little start button, first thing you want to do, scan, just like you would a barcode. Scan your paper 5 off 25. I normally just kind of have to hold it there. It will scan. They don't need to manually enter. It will just scan it. Just make sure it is for today. Scan that first, then scan your items. That's important. If you're doing this at a register with a cashier, you can either ask her to scan the paper 5 off 25 first or have her scan your items. Very, very important before you enter your phone number into that system. You have got to scan the paper, have her scan the paper 5 off 25 before you enter your phone number. Great, so here's what's happening now. The products you're seeing in this picture, you do not need to get those products. This is just to show you what is happening, but you can get $25 worth of any products. But what is happening specifically on those clearance event products, this is where the glitch is coming in. It's coming in on the items that are part of the clearance event. They are scanning correctly. It is very important that when you scan it with your phone, that it is showing the clearance event price, or this is not going to work the way you're wanting it to work. So as you can see with the transaction that I did for this example to test this for you, there's 3 packages of the U by Kotex at $7.40 and then the smaller trash bags at $5.35. My subtotal is $27.55 in pre-clearance pricing. This is before the clearance event discount comes off. So I did do this at a 50% off store. I did it at self-checkout. Okay, and as you can see, once I scanned all my items, I had scanned my paper 5 of 25 first. I scanned all my items, then I put my phone number in. My subtotal came down to only $13.77, and it dropped so low, not because of coupons. I think I only had $1 when I believe. It dropped so low because all those clearance event pricing things did come off. But then when I hit pay now, as you can see, my 5 off 25 also did come off. It should not have come off because after the clearance event prices were cut in half, I was nowhere near $25 to meet the threshold to trigger that 5 off 25. However, at the new system, and at the self-checkouts, the system is actually recognizing the before clearance price to hit the threshold. I hope that made sense. Basically, to make this work, you need to find clearance items that are scanning correctly, scanning the correct clearance price. You need to get $25 using the pre-clearance price and then ring it up the way I told you, and it will pull off all your coupons. It'll pull off your clearance event discounts, and it will also give you that 5 off 25 off of your total. Okay, I'm hoping I explained that in a way that you understood, because if it did, what I'm about to talk to you about right now, which is a P&G glitch that's also happening, it's doing much the same, so I won't have to go through as much detail. Basically, the P&G coupon is working the same way. Again, this one's only going to work at the new system or self-checkout. Let me show you the test deal that I did for you. Again, same thing. You don't have to get these products. The only difference between this and the 5 off 25 is going to be that you have to get P&G products. They need to be scanning for the proper clearance price at your store. And depending on the threshold of your coupon, most accounts got spend 40, get a 10 off 1001 back. So that's the example I'm using for this video. Whatever your threshold is, you need to make sure that you do in fact meet that. Mine's 40, as you can see for all of these products right here. The retail price, the price before clearance discounts, the clearance event discounts, they came out to $42.45. Let's see what happens when I got to the self-checkout. Okay, now this deal is not using a 5 off 25. This is strictly, I was testing the 10 off 40 to see if it was glitching. So I went to self-checkout, scanned my items, I put in my phone number. My subtotal was $21.22. because it pulled all those clearance event discounts off. And then I hit pay now. And what came up whenever I hit pay now, if you see, it says right there in the middle of the screen, discount, and then it says 0.01. You're gonna think that just means I got a penny discount. No, when you see that 0.01, that means that you did in fact earn your 10 off 1001. I know it's a weird way for them to show that, but that is how it shows up. It shows up as a discount of 1 penny. When you do see that at the self-checkout, that means you earned that 10 off 1001. So that was super exciting. So for all these items, my subtotal before tax was $20.21. However, I got back that 10 off 1001 that I can use on anything in the store, making my final cost for all the products you're seeing on the screen, that was a subtotal of $42. They are now only costing me $10.21. That is pretty awesome. Let's talk about how to spend that 10 off 1001. There's been lots of confusion. I tried to talk to you before about it auto adjusting, so I just want to real quickly go over a receipt and show you that in case you're a little confused on that. For those of you that are confused, I did this transaction at an old system store. I intentionally picked something that was less than $10 so that I could show you how it in fact price adjusts. If you look at the order that I had the cashier ring these up, she first rang up that dollar home item, which was only 50 cents, then the Breeze pads, and then I had her ring up last the toilet paper. The toilet paper is regularly priced at $9.45, and there was a 50-cent digital for that toilet paper. Also take note that none of the items I bought are P&G items. So what did the register take off? The register took off $8.94 instead of the full $10. And why? Because as I previously explained, the last item that you ring up, if it is less than your coupon amount for these P&G coupons, example, mine was $10 off of a 1001 purchase. So because my item wasn't over $10, the coupon amount just adjusted down to my out-of-pocket for the last item I rang. So the last item that I bought intentionally under $10, so I could show you the price adjustment, cost $9.45. However, I did have a 50-cent digital, so that dropped my out-of-pocket for that toilet paper down to $8.95. Now that coupon does that wonky penny thing, so what it actually reduced in the amount it took off was $8.94. So basically $8.95, which was my out-of-pocket after that digital coupon. So that's what I was trying to explain to you guys. If you have a 10 off 1001, make sure that that last item after coupons equals $10 or more, or your 10 off 1001 will price adjust to whatever your out-of-pocket is on the last item that you have rung up. Okay, hopefully you made it this far in this video because everything we just talked about was super important, but we do have a bonus great deal at Dollar General that you can do right now. Pretty good deal. It is on the body armor. This is the 16 ounces. They are $1.50. We have this buy 3 get 1 free digital coupon, and they are also on sale for $4. Okay, many stores have these hang tags, which is basically a hanging coupon that hangs on the product on these. Now the hang tag is for $1 off of 2. It is a limit of 1 per transaction. So if you grab 4 of these, get the 4 for $4, the buy 3 get 1 free digital Dollar General store coupon. It will work just fine with this manufacturer's hang tag. Have the cashier scan that. This has been verified by our team at an old system store. It worked just fine. The hang tag coupon scanned without a problem, and she paid $1.50 for 4 of these. That is an excellent price. Basically, you are buying 1 and getting 3 free. Alrighty, gang, so that is all I have for you in this video. If you are a creator that likes to regurgitate everything that I put in a video, do remember, we are human, we do mess up, and unfortunately, in the last video, we had about 3 or 4 errors, and unfortunately, they were repeated. So Again, I apologize to you guys I caused confusion. That statement wasn't about drama, guys. It is just super frustrating when the team and myself spends tons of time staying up trying to do this. The information is literally regurgitated. So I'm sorry, everybody. There's a line between drama and being a doormat. And when something like this happens, there's no denying it. So it's just really blatant. But anyway, we appreciate you guys so much. I hope you're having a great clearance event. That's all I have for you in this video. I will talk to you in the next one. Bye, friends.